Hey guys, my name is Simpzy. How you all doing? Welcome back to some more Empire Total War Darthmod here today on the channel. We're back on our Prussian Empire campaign. This is episode 5. In today's episode, we're going to be declaring war upon the Cherokee and forming for the first time German Texas if we're successful. So, if you like the sound of that, feel free to leave the video a like, subscribe if you're new around here with notifications on. Let me know in the comments, feedback and suggestions for the series, and we'd like me to expand and conquer. In the last episode, we managed to have the battle for Westphalia. We managed to take Rhineland, Württemberg out, and Hanover. We also had a short war against the Italian states. So we occupied Prussia, Poland, Austria, modern-day Germany, and even Rome, which is crazy to say, all under Frederick Wilhelm II, the nephew of Frederick the Great. We also have some colonial territory all the way down in Ceylon as the French Republic, the French Revolution kicked off, and they knocked out the Dutch, which is hilarious, in my opinion. They stormed the city of the Netherlands. So we've got Ceylon under our control. We've managed to pick up the Caribbean island that the Dutch owned as well. But we've sent Sulzer over to the Americas, as even though Spain, Britain, and France have solid territory in the Americas, there's a couple of Indian territory and a couple of other native territory there that we can take. Wait, what? Okay, the Indians have taken Kentucky. That's strange. How did the Maratha Confederacy get that? Maybe they negotiated with them or something. So, we've got the Prussian Royal Fleet with a full stack. We're going to be pushing into Texas. Oh, the Spanish and the British are off the coast, eyeing off, trying to see if the land is terra nullius. And it looks like we're going to go right at the... Oh, I thought it was a Cherokee. It's actually the I can't even say it properly. Pueblo nations. I can't say it. So, let's push for Villa da Texas and form... Okay. German Texas. I like the sound of that. So there's two territories there. We've had to declare war upon them as we've landed off the coast. Okay, back in Europe. We're still consolidating our territory in Italy and Germany. We are preparing for probably a war against Russia. That's the play. Copenhagen's been taken by Sweden, which is interesting, so we're eventually going to have to take that, and also Strasbourg. Okay, welcome to the top of the turn. Back in the Americas, we're going to ignore that armies to the left of us. Let's just go straight for the city of itself and try and capture Texas. They've refused. They have 4.4. We have 3.6. Let's get stuck into the Indians. So we've managed to bring 3 units of artillery, a lot of line infantry, 4 units of cavalry as well. And let's fight our first battle on the American continent. Okay guys, welcome to the battle map. So overall, okay, so the topography wise, there seems to be a lot of shrubbery. Can we put... Oh man, if we deployed up on the hill there, the zone of control is just a little bit further back. So we're going to have to push down into the woodland and the foliage here, which I don't particularly want to. We don't have a choice for this, as the native Indians thrive in this woodland area because they have very short line of sight for us. They can sort of bamboozle us, spring us out of nowhere, and quite literally scalp us. So we're going to have to be careful. Let's unlimber my artillery. That is what's going to be the main deterrent for this battle. But there's only a couple of viable clear zones. Like if we deploy all artillery here, some of it's going to be stuck underground. We can't get it like up here, back towards the cliff faces. It's the ideal stuff. Okay, there's a little bit of a high rise here. Just due to the terrain, we might have to split our artillery on and split it out a bit, because that's okay for one unit, but we probably won't be able to fit many more. Is there a clearing over here? That's a bit better. That's higher up, yeah. Let's do that. You just got to be careful if the Indians close the distance there and go towards our front line. Okay, and we'll pull them there. And we'll put the general here. Okay. Cavalry on the left and right are going to be incredibly useful for this fight. Now, guys, let me know in the comments. I've got a little bit of conundrum to go on about. So basically, when I invade the Americas in Empire Total War, someone was having a go at me because I was calling them Indians. Now, from what so in the general context, when you're invading indigenous tribes from Canada to America and Mexico, I just say Native Americans because it's technically the natives from the Americas, just saying that. But from what I've known personally and from experience, that instead of calling them Native Americans, I've only ever met one actual person who's native from the Americas, and they refer to be called as, well, Native Indian. They sort of taken ownership from that. Someone was having to go at me, it's like, that might be insensitive, you might not say that. So, let me know. It's funny because it's probably an Australian who hasn't been to America before, talking to some other Scandinavian dude, probably, who hasn't been to America, and we're discussing how to describe someone from another continent. So, from what I've known, but I could be wrong, so I'm not from there. So I'd refer to these people, because they're inhabiting Texas, as Native Indians. But for example, if I was fighting Iroquois in Canada, you'd probably say Native Americans. But then there's like Inuit and stuff, is that? I don't know. It's just semantics over names. As long as you know what I'm talking about, it's all about context. Anyway. I conquer everyone in Total War equally. So, there's no ill intent. Except for Australians. I don't think I've ever invaded Australia. So maybe that's a bias. That's alright for you to say Australia can't get conquered in Total War. Because, well, it's not there. It's in no Total War. It's the only time I've ever conquered Australia is in Europa Universalis, playing as Spain. I made New Australis in the south. Maybe I should do a Spanish campaign on Empire. I like Europa Universalis, but every time I play it, like the campaign map is so satisfying. Coalitions annoy me, but the more I play it, I just feel like I want to play Empire more because I want to play the battles. So already, the pleb... I can't even say it. I know what it is. It's Pleblo or Plebwo or something. I can't actually say the name of the clan properly. So that doesn't help. Okay, my cavalry's getting swarmed down here. So let's pull back. So a couple of them are starting to hit my front line. The main problem that we're having is line of sight that's an issue. They do actually have some gunners here, as we are fighting in a late, long victory. 1783. Let's pull back here. Okay, so actually starting to engage us here. My artillery isn't doing too bad. Alright, so let's hold up there. We are fighting for German Texas. At the building, we're going to construct a state capital and call it the Prussian United State of Texas. Let's form a square there because they're pulling up here. They're engaging in hand-to-hand combat with us. Our bayonets will hold for now, but we just need to get a line of sight on them. So maybe we just need to cycle charge cavalry as best we can. There's a lot on that right flank, and they are swarming my cavalry here. They're giving us a run for our money. And it's going to be a hard-fought battle here. So some of my front line is actually already buckling. It's just line of sight. Obviously, in previous battles and wars against Westphalia, against Austria and Poland, we have line of sight because they're keen to fight and rally it out. But due to their guerrilla warfare tactics and ambushing tactics, we only can get potentially 1, 2, 3 shots off before they've closed the distance and carving us up. We are outnumbered as well by about 800. So taking Texas for Frederick Wilhelm II is going to be easier said than done. We're actually fighting a major this time in the colonial theatre because beforehand we've been picking up the scraps in the colonization in Ceylon, in the Caribbean. So basically we've just waltzed in to the ethnic Protestant mixed sort of minority in there being like, so we're German, we're kind of similar to the Dutch, we both sound silly. So, and they're just like, yeah, sure, whatever. Have some sugar and some tea and bugger off, please. So we'll go for a charge here as the native garrison. So it's Native Americans. That's so they call them Native American warriors in game. But I guess that's a general term because of the units. Because there are Iroquois, there are Cherokee, and yeah, but isn't there Comanches as well? Like, weren't the Comanches in Texas? In the Texas region? So what's the... Maybe I need to learn about Native American history. Native Indian history, rather. Because it's pretty interesting and unique, the different tribes. And where they encountered the Westerners and how they dealt with each. I remember reading on one of these history Facebook things that apparently there was this Native American tribe, I'm sure it's probably wrong, but there was this tribe that lived on the border of Canada and lived right under Niagara Falls. So when the Westerners rocked up, they found all these different tribes, and they're all slightly unique and different, but the tribe that inhabited just below Niagara Falls was super fat and just was different. And they're like, what? Why are these people so different? So apparently for thousands of years, the tribe had set up under Niagara Falls because bears, moose, elk, just whatever, beavers would fall down Niagara Falls, drown, fall up to the end, and they would just sit there, whack 'em and eat 'em. So they were living great. They basically had a waterfall factory. Bison, buffalo, I'm assuming. I'm not entirely sure about the sort of environmental species that were in and around there, but I don't know if that's true, but I find that as a hilarious story, if I do say so myself. God, this is going to be a controversial episode. Okay, right. So there. What is going on? I might leave that in. That was funny. It just sneezed out of nowhere. Far out. So we're still managing to hold the centre in the front line. We're actually running around the camp there. Oh my god. Oh, what? Why are you watching this? I can't. I wouldn't watch this. This is a nightmare. Oh my god. This is shambolic. Right, let's get back to the cool Prussian campaign, please. We're trying to take German Texas out, so we can flood Texas with boars and then eat them for the next 1,000 years. I heard that's a real big problem in Texas. You need damn ARs to take them out, because there's just so many of them. Right, so the center's still holding alright. Yeah, look at that, they're just like out of line of sight. So a couple of the mounted ones are trying to engage us here. That's fine. We're getting a little bit weakened up in the center there. Whoa, there's like 2 stacks out, and now they're gone. We can't even get a shot off. We'll try and defeat the mountain gunners there. But we are taking... Oh my god, my entire right flank's collapsed there. Far out. Reform the land. Now, I know these guys are only line infantry. They're okay. They did tremendously well against Westphalia. But they're not the grenadier units. Honestly, we might have bitten off a little bit more than what we can chew. Hand-to-hand combat, bayonets, we're not going to win, so we need to properly skirmish them out where we can. Okay, pull there. They're actually like shooting projectiles. Against us, we can't even see them. So there's 6 units down there that we're starting to engage. We need to protect my artillery where we can. Yeah, close the difference. Look at this. They are hitting us with impunity. And they're actually taking us out there as well. Okay, swing around this way. Yeah, so let's take out the art. Oh god, we can't even push that. Okay, so we need to focus on their right flank. Make sure you get your shots off there. Cavalry's pinning them down, that's fine. We were essentially going to need cavalry to scout, infantry to hold, and try and get your shots off. So we can try and scare them away. Just like in real life, it is going to take a tremendous effort to colonize and carve out Texas. As the Germans. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to call it German Texas. I think like realistically there's a lot of ethnic Germans in Texas. One of the larger pockets of the United States. Yeah, they keep on coming back in and we just can't see them. Okay, now the right side's flanking. Crikey. My line infantry is incredibly low there. Quickly form, protect the artillery, or get your shots off at least. Protect it. Okay, now they're in a full retreat. Give chase. Because what was happening before is they were reforming, we're pulling out of our position, and then they were carving us up like carving a cake. And they're now routed, so there's only 2 more on this right side. Reform, go again. Man, oh man. You gotta give it to them. This is a tremendous fight. Form up there. We might just even need to get the general in on it. If I'm being honest. Just to come over and help. So they're hanging around the encampment here. And the right hand side is in a full retreat. With my right side crippling. And the left still being just annoyed and harassed. It was a close one. Yeah, get my artillery to start bombing these guys that are further back. These archers are doing so well. They're routing. Far out. We just need cavalry to come down and help. Chief's bodyguard. We might just need to try and get that out. We also haven't taken out the enemy general. So, they're still holding on. If we had to fight both of these armies, I don't know if we'd win. I reckon the Prussian invasion of America would fall flat on its face. But so far, consolidating ourselves in Central Europe, we're being rewarded, being able to send armies abroad. Medicine men are getting taken out as well. And now these garrisons are holding on them, so there's a couple more here. That's the thing, because what happens in Empire sometimes is they rout, pull back, and then hold well. Man, oh man. But once we take Texas, we'll be able to get access to colonial recruits. We can already get them in Ceylon, modern day Sri Lanka. Okay, now it's much more on my side. 96, 95. I don't know what's going on with their general, but he's managed to survive so long in this. Yeah, let's end that one there. Heroic victory. Crikey. Character is much easier to keep, and then something I missed it, damn it. Oh well. 2.3k! Some of the artillery, some of the infantry did alright though. Far out. We definitely earned, officially, the United German State of Texas. Let's get those cornfields built, and that trade resource production as well. Okay guys, welcome back to Europe. So, we're technically still at war with Genoa, believe it or not. They declared war upon us. We currently have 5 armies in and around northern Italy. We're around, what, Bologna, I guess. We've also got an opportunity to go after Bengal. For some reason it's rebelled. The British have lost territory towards the Mughals, and they've lost Bengal. So if we can take the Bay of Bengal, that's a huge, huge staging ground for us. It's obviously ethnically Protestant, and we might be able to go against the Mughals. German India. Looks like it's potentially on the way. But before we do that, we want to take northern Italy, after already taking central. So let's push into Genoa, into Liguria, to continue to get to those 40 victory conditions that we need. Once again, Genoa declared war upon me. Don't know why. And we'll auto-resolve this one out because I have no ambition playing them. I played a lot against the Italians in the French campaign. And I hate being dragged down towards here because I'd rather fight against the French, or maybe the Danish, the Scandinavians, or potentially even the Russians. Okay, so Bengal has fallen. I've sent 2 armies to try and seize it, because they had 3 territories over here, the British. Now, we've got Otto Ritzel and Konrad Sulzer. There's even another Sulzer as well. He was the one fighting in the Americas. So we're going to be able to push up to the Bay of Bengal. Oh, they've taken it back, so they do have 2 territories here now. Anyway, we're going to push into Kolkata and take the Bay of Bengal for the Germans. I'm sure Great Britain is going to be furious and frustrated from it, but I think they're sort of preoccupied for some reason. I'm not entirely sure why. The Maratha Confederacy is doing quite well, but now with dropping 2 full stacks into India, we can fight the Mughals if need be. We have a really nice fallback line to Ceylon, where we're shipping most of our tea and gems back to Prussia. So Calcutta, hopefully, can fall here today, unless the Mughals try and intercept us. Okay guys, welcome to the top of the turn. So, the order has been given from Ceylon to Bengal to take it. Frederick Wilhelm II gives the OK and all clear. So, let's push up with Konrad Sulzer. So, we're actually bringing 2 of the best quality and most baton-hardened army from all of Prussia. And now Bengal's under our control. 3 OK so per turn, and it's mostly Protestant as well, as the British have traded and occupied the territory for quite some time. Now we have a fantastic position to push against the Mughals if need be. So unfortunately guys, it's time to end episode 5 of the Empire Total War Darthmod Prussia series. Hope you had an absolute blast here today. I've had a lot of fun. There was a couple of interesting discussions that I'd really like to know your feedback upon earlier on in the video. and also who you want me to go after next. France, Russia, Scandinavia, or maybe even some American states. I think it's pretty much locked down though. There's not many more available territory for us to siege. It's mostly between the three major powers in the colonial sphere of influence being Spain, France, and Great Britain. Unfortunately, guys, it is time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know in the comment section down below your feedback for the series, and if you'd like to see more, that's the best way to ensure more content. Leave a dislike if you're not enjoying the series. Check out my social media links if you want to stay connected with me. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all in the description below. Patreon and merchandise link in the description below, along with the Steam group. Come and join the community on Steam. And on that note, unfortunately, I have to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching once again. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Go out and have a fantastic rest of your day. My name has been Simpzy. Goodbye.